Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Arcade Craig here, along with Petrie and the rest of our crew. Um, we're right now, of course, back at the site, which we'll eventually be investigating for Cass. Since we haven't been given that quest yet, I don't think we'll go any further. Other than I'll just take what's off of this one here, and then we'll continue on. Yeah, we still need to. Cass wants us to go to the Crimson Caravan and look into that, and then eventually we'll come back to it. Last night, too, before
I could
or
go for a
after.
Nuka-Cola.
I'll see if I can get you one here in a little bit. Um, After recording the session that I did, I went back to the HQ just because I was like, still was feeling like I might have missed something important. Well, I didn't find anything really important. But I kept having a feeling that I was. I actually did find another, we call them Blue Star Cap. So Petrie was very pleased about that. I also came across a computer that was a very hard one that was on the third level, and I did get a note off of it, so let's see if it's highlighted here. Um, Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to read through this. That was a note off of the what do you call it? Off the Brotherhood. This I'm gonna guess is from, yeah. So there we go. But yeah, I missed that very hard computer, and I also missed another Blue Star Cat. This, of course, is the base, ain't it? Oh no, it's Crimson Caravan. Okay. But yeah, we'll be hitting that up here in just a short bit after we hit up the clinic here. See what kind of cybernetics they sell and what we could afford. Turn off our night vision in here. That reminds me the other day, yeah, it's still pretty dark, so maybe I'll bump it up one. When I was in the what was that place called? The Abyss, where I was having trouble seeing the bright areas. I was like, man, I better turn it down one. I flipped it all around. And I ended up still up to the back level. I make so many mistakes that I watch back in the playthrough and it's like, embarrassing stuff, but what
Hello.
it is. Probably isn't a good time right now, is it? Probably in the middle of the night. What time is it? 4 in the morning. So we'll hang out and wait till more reasonable hours. We could respec. That's cool. We got someone up here. It's a student though.
Medicine's running low again.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe I can help. Can we wake up the doctor? Why not? Wake up, doc.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified physician and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes.
Yeah, we may be doing that. I think. But what kind of implants do you have available?
I have several basic implants available that can enhance your physical abilities, make you faster, smarter, stronger, that sort of thing. I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes.
Yeah, those will be handy. We have a little bit of radiation, but yeah. Tell me about the clinic.
Everything you see is funded by the followers of the apocalypse. We rely a lot on charity to provide low-cost medical services to the less fortunate.
Petrie ain't feeling that generous. Uh, he doesn't know the group well enough yet to be sure that you know if they're legit or not. He's not sure about them. So, are you one of the followers?
Yes, I am. I received my medical training at the Angels Boneyard Medical University back in the NCR. It's not a requirement to be a follower to enter the university, but I believe in what they do, so I joined them.
We met that one guy at the Helios one who was kind of there. kind of incognito. Not, I don't think the NCR is aware that he's a follower of Apocalypse. Maybe they are. Yeah, just remembering that, but um, he's trying to do what he can there. And he seemed like a nice enough fellow, like I said, with good intentions. Their aims are good. We still need to learn more. So, can you tell me what the followers believe in?
We believe that technology for basic necessities like food, water, and medicine should be shared, not hoarded. We're also strongly in favor of proper education. I've come across more than a few doctors whose techniques came out of the back of a magazine.
Hey, don't knock that. I read a magazine and it'll boost me for like 20 points for 30 seconds or whatever, man. You could learn quite a bit in one of those. Uh, are the followers a part of the NCR?
We've worked with them in the past. The NCR became too focused on things like patents and profitability, so the followers go their own way now. The NCR and the followers have a cool relationship at the moment. We see them as oppressive, and they view us as anarchists.
Hmm. No, it's definitely interesting. You guys have, some compatibility in goals, but obviously you have differing views on how best to implement those. So that sometimes happens. And do the followers have a headquarters anywhere around here?
Yes, the Mormon Fort in Freeside. It's hard to miss.
All right, we'll look. We'll look for that. Yeah, let's talk. Well, did we get everything? Yeah, we're not donating yet. We don't know enough, so we're still just learning about them. That's all I need to know. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Do you sell anything here?
I have reserved a small part of my supplies for sale. The profits go directly to the purchase of additional supplies to help the less fortunate.
All right. Well, first of all, yeah, show me what you have for sale.
Very well.
If you got anything that we could fix things with that repair, we're good. Meeting people, yeah, we could use one of those still. We got tons of those. I think we're doing okay on right away, but it couldn't hurt. I think we're doing okay on those now as well. Exposition, yeah. See, who's knocking about learning like that? Night vision implant. There we go. Well, what's the config? Do I have to buy both? Huh. Oh no, they both say config. What's the difference? Okay, so I'm a little confused here, but I will buy one config, I guess, and I'll buy one implant. That was expensive though, 3,000. Um, fine for now. If I gotta sell her stuff afterwards, I'll pause the video and do that. Make back some of that money, but we'll see. Because I don't know how expensive the surgeries themselves are gonna be. What else she's got? But let's take a look. I want to buy an implant.
Which surgery option are you considering?
Um, of course, all of these would be nice to give a boost to any of your stats, but for now, we're gonna hold off on those. Yeah, let's take a look at well, both of these would be interesting. Let's see how expensive they are, though.
That's the Phoenix Monocyte Breeder. The implant speeds up cell regeneration, an effect similar to that of some lizards and sea creatures. The implant is very expensive, however.
All right, yeah.
12,000 caps.
Yeah, we don't have the caps for now, and I don't think I have enough stuff on me right now that I could sell to get that, maybe, but we'll have to hit up our stash and pick up a lot of stuff and make some sales before we can get into
Very well.
that. Let's see, I'm sure the other one is probably just as expensive or near that, but let's take a look.
Which surgery option are you considering?
And so we have an idea of how much we're going to have to be putting together here to get it.
That would be the Nemian subdermal armor. It's a bit pricey, 8,000 caps, but
Alright,
the
so-
implant causes your skin cells to be bolstered with iron. It won't make you bulletproof, but it will make you a little harder to injure.
Yeah, so we're looking at 20,000 caps we're needing to put together. It's obviously quite a sum, but we do have a lot of stuff back in our stock. And, so we'll have to make a trip home eventually and gather a big load of it and sell off a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
That's all right.
yeah. Okay, what about? I'd like you to perform some cybernetic surgery.
Very well.
This one we gotta unplug our controller and do it by touchpad. Oh, I forgot I didn't have to do that anymore. I could have just pressed the left. Let me see. Let me plug that back in and test this out. Um, now, let's see. So it should be the eye, right? So we're gonna have to probably remove one of these to what is this one? Barter in our speech. What's the other one do? Yeah, we ain't using that one anyway. So yeah, we'll remove that. Right. So what about the implants I just bought, man? The night vision ones. Man, and they're gonna be on my. Oh, there is, right? Is it? Let's see what we got for the there. Arm. We got kinetic accelerator implant. Wonder what that does. Look. Plus 2 bullet time effect reload speed. Ooh, that's pretty good about the reload speed. Alright, we'll install that one. How expensive is that one? It's only 840. That ain't bad. Don't have anything else. Alright. For our legs. Nothing. Now shit. Anything? Probably alright, go ahead and get that then. I have to stick to using my. I wonder. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause the video because I'm gonna look at that about the configuration and see what that is. If that, let me try and figure out about that night vision. So give me just a bit. All right, for the night vision, it's uh super bright. Maybe it might work fine in very dark spaces. It's somewhat lit up in here, but I'll show you what I mean about how bright it is. Um, and now, of course, I'm not wearing anything. It didn't require any surgery by this one. It is through a mod or whatever. Um, you see, that's just far too bright to make out much of anything. I say in very dark spaces that might work out fine. And within the configuration, it does allow you to change the color of it or to automatically turn on when you go indoors. But you see, as bright as it is, I don't see a way to turn that down. Um, we'll go outside in the very dark. It's not very dark now though, is it? Yeah, it's 7 in the morning. So
Morning.
we're gonna just hang out here, guys, for several hours. Okay. Well, now it's much darker in here, so let's take a look at this in here, how it affects it. And it's still too bright for in here. We'll step outside. I mean, some areas you see that's fine, but wherever there's light, of course, it's far too just too much. I wish there was a way to configure that, um, kind of tone it down. And here that's working very well, like fully lit up. Not like show you how dark it actually is out there. Like it's very dark, so the amount of lighting it's giving it is phenomenal. Um, so for this, it is magnificent. Indoors, some places where in light that might not be so great. Nevertheless, that is pretty. I'm very pleased with that. And of course, if we do put on, for example, our helmet again, we can put on our night vision that comes with it still, so we don't always have to resort to that one. It'll kind of, yeah, that one's too much still, but there like that. That's not so bad. The one, so it'll take some adjusting, some learning to get to with it, but yeah, for the most part, I am pleased. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to the Crimson Caravan here. It is, well, it's barely 10 at night now, though, so that's a little late to be showing up. So we will head back in the clinic and hang out with those guys. We're probably like, man, will these people ever go home? But no. Sorry, I got a cough. 1 sec. All right, yeah, much better. I'll turn off our night vision now. Well, we'll take off our helmet. There we go. So let's go in and see about this Crimson Caravan.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm glad Ringo's back. Got a good story to tell, too.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to help out Ringo. That's him there, ain't it? Long time no see. How you doing, bud?
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs.
Right on, man. And so what's next for you?
I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan, which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started.
Yeah, we'll be heading off that way eventually too, but quite a ways from now. Not anytime soon. What are the rules in the caravan?
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck.
No.
The goal is to create caravan bids
No.
that beat your opponent's bids. So there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Nope. I'm thinking of caravanners and your guys' work, your profession. But nevertheless, I'm glad we got that info then from him. Yeah. I don't have time for a game right now, dude.
All right.
Well, who's in charge here?
Alice McLafferty runs the Crimson Caravan. You can find her over in the main office.
All right. Take it easy, man.
I'll see you around.
See you around. Good luck in Utah. And we got a lot of money to try and make. We'll start by seeing what we can sell to this guy.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the wasteland.
Can you answer some questions for me?
Maybe. What do you want to know?
Where's the Crimson Caravan get its merchandise from?
Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it.
And do your caravans ever have too much trouble with bandits?
Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized.
Yeah, it would definitely be dangerous work. Where are you from?
A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really.
I'm curious, is Oak Creek a place from one of the first two games? Let's talk about something else.
Need anything else?
Let me see what you got for sale.
Can do.
All right, I'll go ahead and pause the video while I make some transactions here. There we go. Pretty decent sum taken in there. I sold that implant for the scanners. We're not going to use that. I'm curious. Looking over here, there's a couple things that, like, what is this for a quest or something? What are, I've seen a few things like that where we're just not sure what they were. That again. What should I just buy those? Like, I'm not sure what those are and what they're for. I'll leave them be. Maybe someday we get asked about some of those books because that's what it looks like they are. Then we'll take into that.
See ya.
I did see two. Something else I did find at the when I returned back to the Repcon facilities was I had what is it called? I found two books, or at least one. Miscellaneous? That's the book. Tesla and you or something like that. There, so it must be here in aid. What was it called? Nick Tesla and you maybe. Yeah, there you go. And so it's going to add 8 points to our energy weapon. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. Where's this lady at? Do we have what?
Morning.
Here we go. Hello.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you?
I'd like to know more about the Crimson Caravan.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
How long you guys been in business?
The Crimson Caravan Company has been in business for over 130 years. We're partially responsible for the progress in the NCR.
And, you guys have any competition?
Well, the gunrunners continue to dominate the weapons market, and the Mormon traders from New Canaan control the majority of the northern routes.
You're pretty well dressed for this place.
Normally, I oversee company operations at the hub in California. However, the New Vegas branch has been underperforming in recent years. Given the conditions here, it's not hard to see why. I'll change all that soon enough.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm looking for work.
I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner.
All right, well, what do I need to do?
Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
It's been a pleasure.
Let's see here. Get that. I guess she just wants us to help out for a little bit. Okay. So looks like we'll be heading to the base.
Morning.
Morning. I can remove that marker though from the map. Otherwise, that'll just create confusion for me.
Morning.
McLafferty's a hard boss.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll head in those sewers. That day ain't gonna be now. Where's stop that there. All right. So yeah, I just kept having a feeling like I'm forgetting something at the Repcon, or I missed something. Like Definitely got me. I kept thinking maybe there might be a bobblehead, but or not just a bobblehead, but maybe a snow globe. No, still got those Tesla books, which is fantastic. And then, of course, like I say, I got another Blue Star cap, which is 3 in 1 place, man. Petrie just head over heels with that. Unbelievable. Ah, the gun runners. Okay, and this is where we could always fast get to if we had issues with our companions again. Yeah. Kind of reset them, do that, and then rehire them. What were we talking about, guys? Not that far away. Oh no, yeah. Not that far. Yeah, this is the closest Petrie's ever been to Vegas. It's pretty impressive. I love Vegas. I haven't been there in quite a while now. At least a decade I've been. I used to go every year for, I don't know, I've probably been there, I don't know, like 6 or 7 times. Yeah, for a while I used to go every year. That was a lot of fun. Always had a great time in Vegas.
Why don't you do right, like some of the men do? Get out of here.
Yeah, I think I am going to talk to her about her singing. Like I don't mind it when it's just me playing on my own, but with the Let's Play, you can interrupt where I'm about to talk, say something. So I may have to see about asking her, typing that down. Yeah, the last time I went to Vegas, I did win. Like, actually came home with somewhere between $1,400, $1,600. I don't know. It was a good amount of money for me, man. There we go. I get quite a bit of things to do here for the NCR. A lot of quests, which I don't mind doing. But the question is, will Petrie mind doing? Does he want to get involved with help? Like I said, he's not taking a side just yet. Thing like that. But we'll see how involved we get. He may, as long as it doesn't call for direct action against the Legion, maybe. At least for now. Things could change as the experiences change. He could get pushed into one direction or the other. Oh,
There's a
oh.
lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1.
Yeah, there's some good intel for you, huh? Seeing this all in scope. For that guy.
You're new. I'm Angela Williams.
Hello,
Were
Angela.
you just looking around, or
What is this place?
this? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
So you're a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildren crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
Interesting. Yeah, I love accents. I don't care. And just because someone has a draw in their voice or twang, it certainly doesn't denote intelligent. You gotta actually talk to a person and hear what they have to say before you can make any conclusions like that. Like I've talked about before, I think in the Witcher 3 Let's Play, I didn't realize that I had a bit of an accent. I was born in the Midwest, only lived there for about 3 years, and then my parents moved out west, and I've lived in on the West Coast for 47 years or so, and I always thought my accent was pretty clean, but no, now that I've heard myself, of course, in these videos, or I used to have friends who told me, "No, Rob, you have an accent." Well, I didn't really pick up on it. Yeah, I very much do. Yeah, I love accents, all accents. I find them fascinating. Some more charming than others, but definitely a big fan. So, what's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
You need help with anything?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Yeah, I like the quest they give us, so we go into that vault with the creepy plant people. Mercenaries, what for?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you.
Alright. Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
If
you.
you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Alright. Hello, sir.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a... No, this is the first I've heard about Vault 22.
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22.
Condescending
Where to
ass.
begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Sounds too good to be true, but you never know. So, in some sense, yeah, nothing is impossible, I suppose.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course.
Oh,
The
thanks.
bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Yeah, Petrie is an intelligent dude. Has been. I might not be, but Petrie is. So, but yeah, scientific discovery is never so simple as that, though.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
I'll look into it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a
Sounds
server
shady.
room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Is there anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
That condescending ass. Yeah, it's he's making it sound quite simple as just I'm doing courier work, basically. Huh? No other risks at hand here, are there? We found courier work can be dangerous, but I have some other questions.
Oh? What might those be?
What can you tell me about the OSI?
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Are you the jackasses then that put Fantastic in charge of Helios 1? You said you're the director of OSI?
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads.
And you're doing all these things yourself?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
So the NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
It's good that they're looking at the problem, in advance, that they can see trouble's coming down the road, but NCR's just bit off more than it can chew. And so, what other responsibilities does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
God, he's such an ass, dude. Do you control the dam from here?
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. Fortunately, we also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got the station up and running.
Yeah, you don't say.
His name was something like Exceptional or Marvelous.
Exceptional. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yes, that was it. Exactly.
Yeah. And what do you think of the chances the NCR has against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
I don't think he's wrong there. That's for sure. All right. Good talking to you, I guess.
Yes. Goodbye.
Not really. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, what a jerk. Curious.
Even the stupid NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
But we brought her along. Some interesting insight there. What, is that something we've already picked up? If you got sticky fingers.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Why so interested?
Not interested. More concerned. It's just... You're not the first person he sent to Vault 22. And I know he'd never tell you. There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect. But she's an absolute genius. And he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
Nope. Didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you. Which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Oh, that sounds fair. We're going to be looking into this. We can certainly look out for your colleague. All right, I'll look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
I have some questions.
Of course. Anything.
Can you tell me anything else about Keely?
Keely's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Yeah. Well, and so exactly how old is Keely?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
I wonder how old can ghouls live to be? Well, eventually do they all go feral? Or can they ever just die of old age as they, if that's ever happened yet? I don't know, just curious about that. And so how do Keely and Hildern get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keely hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keely because, well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
Mm-hmm. Well, with his condescending attitude, I can just imagine it. So him getting a little bit of comeuppance here and there by dishing it back in is probably good. So what's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
That damn project? Where's the damn bathroom? And what do you think of Dr. Hildern?
The director? He's very well spoken and knowledgeable.
Yeah. He seems focused on results. Maybe not so much on people.
He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does.
Yeah, so he likes taking credit while everyone else is doing all the real work. But there you go, exactly. Yeah, he takes credit for your work.
He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keely, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab.
Alright, well, nice chatting with you there, Angela. We'll see what we can get done. See if we can find your friend.
Right. Stay safe.
You too. Alright. Let's see here. How things are looking quest-wise. Invoice to Dr. So to allow us to deliver, or maybe once we pick this up. You're now just going to insist that we take care of the other bit.
Yes? Something else you needed?
First I'll give her this, and then I'm going to ask him a separate question there.
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
No, I'm glad we can handle that portion. But also, apparently I'm not the first person you sent to Vault 22, am I? Now, of course, you're going to know that Angela spoke to us, but so be it.
I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you?
I mean, yeah, it's too obvious that there would be no point in lying. And to me, it seems like her bringing that up is a noble thing to do and the right thing to do. So, yeah, what difference does it make?
Not at all. Informed speculation on my part. Williams is very good at her job, so it remains secure, despite her best efforts. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference.
The shit. How many others have you sent to this vault?
I'd have to consult my records. 8? 10?
Wow.
Your point is what?
Yeah, that you are sending me to something that's been very dangerous, and you're not hearing back from people. So, yeah, that is seems like something that's quite paramount that you inform the person. It doesn't show me that you sent 8 or 10 people to their possible deaths.
I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I leapt to conclusions without proof.
No, it's also easier on your conscience though to just write it off um, as other things happen. Yeah, maybe we should. We're taking on a greater risk, so yeah, I want double the caps.
All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault. And I'd rather get the data sooner than later. You have a deal. I'll double your reward if you bring me the data. But this is as high as my budget will allow. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so yeah, we will be looking into this, just not here immediately. Not in that area, and that's where we're looking to take care of this. So we're gonna head back to the caravan. We're covering all the territory. We'll put on our speed glasses there and pick up the pace. We're retreading territory. I don't mind doing that since I now wish I'd have thought about it earlier about making them where they do it just by quick selecting them. It's a lot easier.
Hey.
Hey. He's got on the running shoes now, man. But yeah, that vault was at 34. It can be tough, man, especially when you do. If you go down to that floor and you have to set off was it explosives, you can get out of there in time. It can be tough. Maybe it isn't that tough. Maybe I just don't know the trick behind how to avoid it better, but we will. We'll figure it out. We'll get it done. Whatever we end up choosing to do. On that side. There we go. What's up, guys? Job's done.
Welcome back.
I delivered the invoice, just as you asked.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
Maybe. What other work do you have available?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Tell me about the negotiation.
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost.
Yeah, we'll be seeing what she has to say about that. And Is she cowardly and gonna be asking us to fire a guy because she don't want to do it?
The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes. Because of his family, I can't simply fire him.
Oh,
Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll.
What's this gunrunner job about?
The quality of the gunrunners' armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped.
Peachy's not so sure about that last one, about doing some corporate espionage here. I don't think on that. See if we get any further information on her about this, or she'll just only repeat what she just said. I want to be sure.
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I have it on good authority.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so nothing more. Okay.
Thank you. Was there something else?
Yeah, this likely is the case. We'll see. For now, I'll just leave it be.
It's been a pleasure.
I'll look to. Yeah, I'll be looking to get to that later too. Caravaner. Where's the guy she needs fired?
Hello there. Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company. How can I help you today?
Who are you?
The name's Hostetler, Don Hostetler. Can I help you with something?
Wasn't there a quarterback for the Raiders back in like the late 80s, early 90s? What's that name? Was it Jeff Hostetler? Too much. Why didn't that fade out?
I already told you I'm Don Hostetler.
All right. Is there any work to be done around here?
You know, hiring isn't really my department. You should talk to Miss McLafferty about work for hire.
Keep repeating questions at him. Kind of irritate the guy, maybe.
Like I said, talk to Alice McLafferty. She's in charge here.
All right. See you around.
See ya.
So, I don't think Peachy cares, about firing that Nepo baby. Like, that's whatever. Cassidy, we'll talk to Cassidy and see what her opinion is. Like, we're not going to be forcing her to do anything she doesn't want to. That's for sure. So, yeah, where's this Henry Jameson guy at? Tell you. Well, it looks like he might be. Yeah, that's leading to Cass. That's for the gun runners. Oh, that's the gun runners. Okay, so he's. Oh, he's inside of the. Okay. Should we do that? Or should we head back to Cass? That's who we're helping out here in the first place, and kind of inform her about where things stand. Oh, that guy's gonna be inside of that one bar, ain't he? The atomic, whatever it's called. Atomic cocktail or something, maybe. Who are these guys?
Hey.
Hey. Now, Peachy's never seen anything quite like this.
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Freeside is the king's turf. Remember that.
Freeside is the king's turf.
All right.
Remember that.
I'll keep that in mind. King's turf. Who are you?
Hi. Hi.
Just taking off the load, huh?
Nice job out there.
Thanks. Step closer to the big city. All right. Mormon fort. We're not going to go in there just yet. Even though I do know that there's a snow globe inside there. That I do remember. Inside of that, what's her name? Julia?
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Alright. Ralph, huh? Kings. That's who runs the place, huh?
You want someone dead?
Hungry?
Really
Thirsty?
dead?
Horny?
Stop by the
The
Silver
Atomic
Rush and
Wrangler
we'll
has
give you
you
the
covered.
means.
I'm not hungry or
Hungry?
thirsty.
Thirsty? Horny?
Alright, Atomic Wrangler. Okay. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Might have to find myself a card game in here, Chief. Very
Yeah.
tempting.
Good day.
Knock yourself out, bud, if you want. Have at it, man. Well, let's talk to the people running this place.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
What kind of goods and services do you have here?
We've got liquor, chems, and whores aplenty. Pick your
Oh,
fix
man.
and we'll oblige. Our only rule is no sampling the merchandise. Caps paid in advance. If you'd like to do a bit of gambling, we have an exchange at the back of the casino on the left.
I haven't thought yet if Peter's, he did just say he wasn't hungry or thirsty, but left out the other. But I haven't considered though if Peter would sleep with prostitutes or not. I didn't have, my Geralt, my Witcher 3 Let's Play. He enjoyed the company of other women besides once he had his love interest decided, though that's where he stuck with, but he didn't ever partake of prostitution involved with that. But just other ladies he enjoyed their company. Adria, oh, we may see what you got on tap.
Caps up front. We don't do tabs here.
Yeah. Nothing impressive. All right. Yeah, we're not looking for a room or a little Arno. What about work? You guys have any work you need done around here?
I have some work I need handled. Back before we instituted the caps up front rule, we used to allow customers tabs. Well, needless to say, a few customers snuck out without paying their bills. We need someone to collect. The job would pay a percentage.
Does Peter really want to shoot someone over a few caps? Oh, I don't know about that. I wouldn't say if he doesn't have to. If people get violent, he'll do it. What kind of caps are we talking about?
If you bring all their debts back, we'll give you a cut of each. 25% is more than fair. It would add up to 150 caps if you bring them all in.
That's not a whole lot, but our barter stack. Yeah, how about 50-50 on that?
All right, 50-50 it is. But you better bring back all of the caps. If we hear you crossed us, the next bounty hunter will be coming for you.
All right. Yep, well, you got yourself a deal.
Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down. A real mixed basket of fruits. Their names are Grex, Santiago, and Lady Jane.
Lady Jane, wasn't that it? Or was it Lady J? G.I. Joe character? I was a big fan of G.I. Joe when I was a kid. About between ages of 10 and 12. Oh man, I loved him so much. I used to love that cartoon. It would come on after school. You talking about Grex?
Grex is a bit cracked, but mostly harmless. Just don't mention anything about his lazy eye. He owes 138 caps and should still be around Freeside.
All right. And Lady Jane?
Lady Jane fancies herself a high roller, but she's just another dirtbag NCR prospector. I'm not sure where to find her. I hear she's run goods for the followers of the apocalypse in the past, but other locals might know more. She owes us 250 caps.
All right, decent sum she owes you. And the Santiago?
Santiago is a suave son of a bitch, but a total pansy when it comes to fisticuffs. He owes 212 caps and should be around Freeside as well.
That's quite a tab. Those people were getting a lot of drinks without paying, huh? All right, that's all for now.
Anything else you need?
Nope.
Till next time.
Till next time. All right, so we got some more work we could do. All right, here.
Hello?
Hello. How's it going, dude?
Shove off. You're making my luck turn bad.
Uh-huh. I'm here to talk about your employment with the Crimson Caravan.
Fuck no. No matter what that old bitch McLafferty says, my dad said I could be in charge of the New Vegas branch. Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas. If I quit the Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble?
Ooh. Oh, man. That's pretty rough. I'll get to know the guy a bit first. What brought you to Vegas?
I wanted to be where the action is, so I got my dad to pull some strings and get me a cushy position with the Crimson Caravan. Everything was great until McLafferty came along. That old bitch is gonna hear about it from my dad, just you wait.
Oh yeah, Daddy's going to clean it up for you, is he? And what do you know about the Omertas?
One of the families that runs the strip. They're a pack of cheaters, but you still don't want to fuck with them.
Well, maybe we could work out a deal. What would it take for you to quit, man?
I want my debt with the Omertas paid off. And I want one of those severance package things. A big one.
Our barter skills suck. Yeah. Well, I guess I believe I have the authority then. I'll let McCaffrey know that we've struck a deal.
You do that. And tell the old bitch to pay up quick, you hear?
And she may not like it, but it might be one of those addition by subtraction type of things. So, you're just a bodyguard.
I've got nothing against the girls. But I think if someone has a girl of their own, they don't belong with a prostitute.
You kind of saying something there to Petrie? Yeah, maybe that's have Petrie reconsider about enjoying the company of a prostitute. Maybe he won't. He does kind of like Willow. Kind of had an eye for Sunny, but even as
hungry, thirsty, horny, the Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Yeah. As Russell was kind of making mention about about Sunny is definitely nice on the eyes, but she isn't very much of a conversationalist. This is true. She's pretty adorable, but she don't talk too much. Veronica's pretty cute too, though. Not gonna lie, but oh yeah, these guys. For now, get on our speed glasses. Well,
hello.
Like what we'll do here is talk to what's her name, McCafferty, and then see what he says about the supposed deal we just struck, and then also we'll then head out for Cass, and then we'll probably bring this to a close. Not in her office, or did I get myself turned around? This building. Let's see what she's gonna think about us creating this deal, severance package.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I guess we got that settled with the Nepo baby.
Yes, but at significant cost. I understand you not only agreed that the company pay off his gambling debts, but he also gets severance. I'm disappointed with this outcome, but what's done is done. At least we're rid of Henry.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. It's sometimes it's addition by subtraction. And yeah, you're gonna take a kick in the balls there at the front end, but might be well worth it in the long run. So. Okay. Like I say, we'll see about this when we get to it. For now, we're gonna go head back and talk to Cass.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise. So we'll go ahead and just fast travel to Cass. There she is. Hello.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
The Crimson Caravan sent me. They want to buy your caravan out.
They want to buy Cassidy Caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Well, why not?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
I understand what she's saying there. It's something she created, man. And if it's falling apart, even then, still, it'd certainly be a bit of pride that admitting that it hasn't made it, and just kind of finally realizing that, and accepting that might be really tough. So, but if it is to put, if it's basically done for it, then may as well get paid for it as well. So the terms seem fair. Here's the offer if you want.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
You sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
I get it. It means something. It's something she's built with her name, man. That's gotta sting. Yeah. You don't want to continue hanging out at this place, though, do you?
That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
I can imagine. So what are you gonna do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
You could come with me.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
Well, yeah, I could really use someone that does know these roads.
So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in.
Cool. All right, so we got us another companion. That means we are gonna.
Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo and whiskey.
Oh, we got that. I got the whiskey for you.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Who's this guy? The big guy. Is that the guy that was her friend, Willow's? What's he doing here? I've never seen him outside of the that area where you first meet him. Huh. Later. How about that? I never know you could be out here. So yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and return to our base in the next episode, or maybe I'll do that off and drop somebody off.
The view up here, it's gorgeous.
It is pretty nice, Will. That's for sure. It kind of sucks though because we just picked these two up, man. So I don't know. Maybe I'll drop. She's not gonna like it, but maybe drop her off for a little bit. Still in trouble a bit. Still with
Hello.
Veronica. And the reason I'm still kind of wanting to keep him because since we are getting here further and further up. Well, now we aren't. We're back down here again. But when we get back up to where we're doing, we're up here, and his bit is up in this area with his quest. So we were kind of already getting close to that, and so I think I was kind of wanting to go ahead and look into that. So yeah, I think I will off camera head back to the our base. Cass stay there for a little bit longer, and in the next episode we'll head back to the Crimson Caravan. We'll notify them about our dealings here with Cass. Although maybe I should take Cass with me to do that before I head home. Yeah, we'll just stop in there at the beginning of the video and make that official there with the Crimson Caravan, and then after that, I think we'll look into maybe visiting a little bit there in the area surrounding the New Vegas and checking that out. See what we find. Peter's a little curious about those king guys. But anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Mama. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. This was fun. There was no action in this one, but we still had a good time running around and talking with folks, learning about goings on and whatnot. So I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Then you follow along here in Peach's journey through the Fallout universe. I upload these videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. My Witcher 3 Let's Play, Spoiler Rich, Heavily Modded Let's Play goes up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, also at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you'd like to check those out. I also do have fully completed my Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the whole trilogy. That's a Spoiler Rich and Heavily Modded Let's Play, and that's my favorite series of all time. Witcher 3 is my favorite game of all time. But, I absolutely love Mass Effect. So, I invite you to check that out if you like. And also have the Deus Ex Human Revolution Let's Play. That's complete. That was lightly modded, but spoiler rich.
Why do you even bring me here? You know that thing pisses me off.
What thing pisses you? All that. The big statue out there. Yeah. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to throw that in your face, bud. I will be eventually doing the Mankind Divided as well. Right here by the summertime. Having that one going. So lots to check out on my page, and I hope you will. I thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you all around. Later.